streaming because usually I'm on my computer. Usually we do a tier list. Usually we'll play a game, whatever it may be. Today, not so much. Today we are going to be we're going to be streaming like this. Just because I'm really busy today, so I didn't have time to set up a thumbnail or anything, or like set up the stream as usual. So I'm just gonna be streaming like this. But there is some news that I do want to cover and I do want to talk about with you guys today. So we will be getting into that. We'll just wait for a few people to get in here and then we will start talking about it. Hi Shri, how are we doing? Hopefully you're okay. Hi, that movie nitpicker, how are we doing? Hopefully we're all okay. Yeah, so basically, there's a few things. There's a few things that have been going on. Hi everyone, how are we doing? Hope we're all good. Yeah, so I'll wait until people get into it so we can talk about it. But yes, Spider-Man movies. All Spider-Man movies are just going to be talked about today. Hopefully. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Good afternoon to you too. But yeah, we've got some crazy news that I think, well, it's not crazy, but it's good news worth talking about. So we got 16 people in here, so I'll just start talking about it anyway. So basically, Sony Pictures Cinemacon is happening today, later today in the US, obviously. Spider-Man 4. Potentially. Now, here's the thing. Sony Pictures Cinemacon is happening today, right? Which means we're probably going to be getting some news on upcoming Spider-Man movies. And I wouldn't expect too much, but we could possibly get some news regarding MCU Spider-Man 4. Now, whether that's... It won't be anything like a trailer, so don't expect anything big like that. It won't be anything like major, like confirming huge details. We might potentially get... Now, this is completely speculative, but since Cinemacon is happening, Sony Pictures Cinemacon is happening, this is big because this means that potentially tonight, so in the next few days, we might be reporting on some MCU Spider-Man 4 news. It won't be a trailer, won't be anything like that, but I do reckon if they are to announce something, it is going to be possibly something to do with the writing, maybe some of the release details. So we might get sort of a, what would you call it? A sort of like a I don't know, kind of a release date that's not a release date. So we're gonna get an estimated time when it will be released, like an estimated year, but like not an official release date. A logo or a title. I don't think a title. We could get a title, I think, at the very most for MCU Spider-Man 4, but Cinemacon is happening. So, what else could we expect? Could we expect The Amazing Spider-Man 3? I was going to put The Amazing Spider-Man 3 in the title, but I thought that was a bit too clickbaity, so I didn't, because we're not specifically talking about The Amazing Spider-Man 3, but... so I didn't want to really get you guys' hopes up, but The Amazing Spider-Man 3 could be talked about if obviously it is going ahead, but that would only be an announcement, it wouldn't be anything more. I don't think they're going to announce The Amazing Spider-Man 3, so don't get your guys' hopes up for that. They need to get rid of Avi Arad first, says Kyle. Yeah, well, Avi Arad's produced some really good Spider-Man movies, so let's not focus on Avi Arad. What time is it supposed to be at? I think it's at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. 6:30, or 6:15 Pacific Standard Time, which isn't obviously yet. That's in a few hours. Spider-Man 2 game release. No, it won't be anything to do with the game because it's Cinemacon, not Insomniac. I don't actually know how you watch it. I assume it'll be on the Sony Pictures YouTube channel, but it is about 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. So obviously expect stuff from Sony's other movies, but if there is any Spider-Man news, you know it'll be breaking. If there isn't, then I'm sorry for wasting you guys' time. But if there is, hi cool man, how we doing? If there is, I do think we should expect stuff like stuff from Al Morito. We should expect some stuff from Hypno Hustler. Hi Ramnus Puncher, how we doing? It was a joke about how desperate the game fans are. Yeah, I mean, man, I'm desperate. That's me, bro. The game fans are desperate. We are so desperate. Also, Mr. Lewis, are there any possibilities for Venom 3? Yeah, there's potential for Venom 3. I definitely think I definitely think we'll get something on Madam Web and Craven. Definitely Craven. 100% certain we'll get something on Craven, because Craven comes out in October, but we haven't even got a trailer yet, right? So it's crazy. Craven teaser, yeah. Not Ryan says Craven teaser, yeah. We're most likely to get a Craven teaser. If we don't get anything from any of the Spider-Man stuff, I'm going to be really surprised. So if no breaking news comes out about Spider-Man, I'm going to be so shocked, because we've got Craven coming out in October, we've got Madam Web next year, Hypno Hustler and El Muerto are in early pre-production. What else? Venom is filming soon this year. Spider-Man 4 is writing. So there's a lot. What do we mean, dude? Essentially, Sony Pictures Cinemacon is happening today. I think it's about 6 to 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is obviously an American time. And Cinemacon obviously means that we are going to be getting stuff from Sony Pictures, the movie company, Columbia Pictures. You know, we're going to be getting news regarding the movies that Sony are making, which obviously includes Spider-Man properties. I got some news regarding Spider-Man. Some of the Spider-Man movies recently came out on Disney+. There are rumors that Spider-Man Homecoming and Venom will also come out on Disney+ soon. Yeah, so that's some of the news we can cover as well. Disney Plus in the US have just added the Raimi movies and Tasm 1, I do believe, or they've added more. I haven't exactly looked into it, but I know they've added some Spider-Man movies. But yeah, how do you watch? I'm not actually sure how you watch. I probably should have came prepared with that news, but I don't actually know. I'm very sorry about that. But it is probably one Google search away. Spider-Man 2 and GTA 6 have my blood boiling for no gameplay. Especially Spider-Man 2. Because GTA 6, I understand that Rockstar are taking a heavy time with that game. And it'll be good when it comes out. But with Spider-Man 2, the release date is September. It's like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? We talked about Spider-Man 2 the other week as well. Directing Craven will be a career suicide for J.C. Chandler. No, I don't think so. I mean, here's the thing. I think Craven. I don't think Craven will be as bad as Morbius, but I don't think it'll be great. How will you watch? I'm not actually sure. I actually don't. I'm not very sure. How will you continue your TASM? Are you going to continue your TASM 3 script? Not the original one, no. I've had a few questions about this actually. J.C. Chandler is a director, not a writer. Yeah, I know. I don't think it'll be career suicide. I do think Craven will be a bit better than Morbius. But no. What was I saying? Yeah, am I going to continue my TASM 3 script? No, I'm not. I get a few questions about this on a week-to-week basis, but I'm going to be rebooting it for those of you guys who want to know. Eventually, all of the Sony Universe characters will face off against Tom Holland. You'd think so eventually, right? I mean, maybe that's what they announced. Maybe they announce more movies. Maybe they announce more Spider-Man spin-off movies. Who knows? They're Sony Pictures. They do whatever they please. But no, I definitely think we'll get something from Craven. We'll get something from Craven. We'll probably get something from Madam Web. We'll probably get some very, very tiny tidbits of news from El Muerto and Hypno Hustler if they have anything. And maybe, just maybe, something about MCU Spider-Man 4 as well, which could be pretty cool. But Cinemacon is tonight. So, obviously, if there is news, I will be bringing it on Lewis News. Which I haven't posted in over a week now because there hasn't been anything to... I could have posted about the Disney Plus stuff, but, you know, it's not really that big of a deal, is it? Petition for LewisFilms to be MCU's Norman Osborn after watching the True Intentions trailer. I'd love to play Norman Osborn. That'd be sick. Craven as the writers from Transformers The Last Night. Transformers The Last Night wasn't that great, was it? What's going on? Essentially, if you're joining late, Cinemacon is happening tonight. Sony Pictures panel. A Sony Pictures panel is there, and essentially, we might get some Spider-Man stuff. We might. So that's why the question mark's in the title, but we might. I would carry do a Norman Osborn impression. Oh, everyone wants me to be Norman Osborn now. I don't know how to be Norman Osborn. I don't know how to be Norman Osborn. Maybe Lewis revealing his true intentions. I see what you did there. True Intentions, by the way, short film coming out, directed by my very good friend Connor Brett. It's a short film that we made a few weeks. No, it's just even a few weeks. A few months ago now. We shot it, and it's coming out in the end of April 28th. So make sure you are there for that release. It will be a premiere. So, oh damn, I can't do a Norman Osborn impression. You know what? Maybe I should play Norman Osborn. Maybe I should play Norman Osborn in the next Spider-Man thing that I make. You know, like voice acting wise. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. Probably not. I wouldn't be any good at it. True tap dancing intentions. We should get Holly, my girlfriend, to do that. She's good at tap dancing. What is the Spider-Man movies? We don't know at this moment in time, but all I'm saying is I'm reporting that we could potentially see some Spider-Man movies be announced tonight. Obviously, I will report again once the announcements have happened, if they happen. But Cinemacon is tonight. Sony Pictures obviously are doing stuff there as well. And they might be announcing some Spider-Man stuff. And I think if we are going to get any announcements for MCU Spider-Man 4, if we are finally going to get a Craven teaser or a Madam Web teaser or whatever, it's going to be here, right? And if not, I don't know what Sony are playing at. So that's all I'm saying. When will it start? It's 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. For those of you who live in the US. Spider-Man 4 announcement, please confirm. Michael, Mando, Scorpion, and Kingpin, possibly Shocker. Yeah, I mean, okay, let's just talk about MCU Spider-Man 4 for a minute. So for those of you guys who are in the stream, in the chat, let me know what you think about MCU Spider-Man 4. Can you do the pose you made in the thumbnail for the stream? Can I do it? What the... The True Intentions looks really interesting, by the way. Will you make your own original Spider-Man short film with you in it, like you do in True Intentions? That would be really cool. Yes, I'm actually thinking about making a Spider-Man short film at some point, possibly next year. But I don't know. It's just an idea at the moment. I don't have a script or anything, but it's an idea. Andrew Garfield Venom 3 announcement. So yeah, MCU Spider-Man 4. I want you guys to let me know, with regards to MCU Spider-Man 4. The Scorpion, Kingpin. What villains do you want in MCU Spider-Man 4? Because there are 3 or 4 that I would really like to see, who I think would be good for the film. And I want to know your guys' thought. Ravenous Puncher says, MCU Sandman can be a fantastic threat for street-level MCU. He can be a mutant who is outcasted his whole life. Sandman versus Spider-Man, Daredevil, Cap, and War Machine would be awesome. It would be a hell of a battle, that's for sure. Will you live stream Cinemacon? I won't live stream it. I won't be here when Cinemacon's happening. I'll probably be asleep. Scorpion, then Kingpin. I predict that we get new Across the Spider-Verse footage. Oh my, I totally forgot. Across the Spider-Verse as well. Of course, we'll probably get, well, the reason I didn't think about Across the Spider-Verse is because Across the Spider-Verse has already got a trailer, right? So there isn't really going to be anything new for us to really latch onto in terms of, like, shock value, because we already know Across the Spider-Verse. We've got a lot of details about the film, but I'd probably expect maybe an extended scene, maybe an extended look for the film. I wouldn't expect another trailer. I'd probably expect just an extended look at Across the Spider-Verse, which would be cool. I hope Roderick Kingsley will be the MCU Hobgoblin. I picked Stephen Lang, Tobin Bell, or that guy who played Eric Sachs from 2014. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Roderick Kingsley, maybe. I mean, I think there's just more... I think there are probably easier options when it comes to villains. If Spider-Man 4 is announced, they should cast me as Paul to keep MJ away from Peter. Could you imagine, right? By the way, if you guys don't know who Paul is, real cook. Isn't Cinemacon tomorrow? I thought it was tonight. No, Cinemacon's tonight. No! What am I saying? Cinemacon's tomorrow. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Cinemacon is tomorrow. I saw it on my timeline 8 hours ago, and I thought, oh, that was yesterday. No, Cinemacon is tomorrow. I'm so sorry. Either way, everything else I said stands. Everything else I said still stands. Cinemacon's tomorrow at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. Cinemacon's tomorrow, not tonight. Cinemacon's tomorrow. Sorry. I'm easy. See, you'll know it. If you know me, if you've watched my videos for a while, you'll know that I get names mixed up and dates mixed up. Those are the 2 things that I get mixed up most of the time. Those are the 2 things. I try my hardest. 24 Bricks says, yeah, I made it to a stream after 1 whole month. What are we talking about? Hey, 24 Bricks, how are we doing? We're talking about Cinemacon and potentially Sony Pictures announcing stuff, which could be cool. Hobgoblin, Rhino as side villains and Scorpion and Kingpin main villains. I agree, Thomas. I agree. I feel like Kingpin can hide Scorpion, Shocker. I think a 3rd villain like Blue Beetle would be really cool. I think... well, Blue Beetle's DC. I think you're talking about the Beetle. But Kingpin could hire Scorpion. That's my idea. Wait, it says Cinemacon first day is tomorrow. Yeah, it's tomorrow. I'm sorry, I got the dates wrong. I thought it was today. I thought it was the 23rd. No, it's the 24th. Sorry, I got it mixed up. Will Spider-Man 4 be Venom? Possibly. I mean, here's the thing with Venom. I think it was a huge mistake leaving the symbiote in the MCU because I think it restricts the storytelling you could do with Spider-Man in the fourth film. Now, there are clever ways to incorporate the symbiote into MCU Spider-Man 4. There are clever ways you could do it. And in some aspects, with the direction that the film is actually going in, I think it could be useful to use a symbiote. But I do also believe that I think with the Venom movies, with it already being in Spider-Man 3, I think it's a little bit overused at the moment. I'd like to see it at some point in the MCU, but I think we need a movie just with Peter, grounded. I don't know how to explain how I'm feeling about it. I don't want there to be the symbiote forced into the film, if you get what I mean. Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4 is going to be the best Marvel movie because Tom Holland is the new Spider-Man in the MCU. It's going to be a good movie. They should have brought Grace's Venom for No Way Home or Scorpion from Homecoming. Scorpion will be in MCU Spider-Man 4. I'm very certain of that. I mean, if they don't use Scorpion, then I'm going to be really, really mad. If Scorpion ever makes his return, he should not be pushed off to the side as a side villain. He's waited long enough. It's time we see some Scorps because it's Scorpion time. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think he'll be a good character, but I don't think he'll be the main villain. I think he'll be more of a pawn. So I think he'll be more of like a smaller piece in the larger puzzle. And I think the larger puzzle will be amounting to Wilson Fisk. And I definitely think that's where they are going in the MCU with the street level stuff. I think the movie will tie heavily to the Hawkeye sequel, will tie heavily to Daredevil and Echo. I think it will be Kingpin. Hopefully MJ doesn't have her memories back in MCU Spider-Man 4. If she is in the movie, I think it's time to give MJ a break. It's time for MCU Gwen Stacy, Go Spider, in my opinion. I mean, that'd be cool. I made a video about this, actually. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. But yeah, going back to the Spider-Man comics, I totally lost my train of thought. Going back to the Spider-Man comics. So you guys know Paul, right? If you guys haven't read the Spider-Man comics, there's a guy called Paul who essentially is MJ's new boyfriend. And they have 2 kids, right? Don't get me to explain how that happened. It just happened, right? So Peter isn't with MJ. How would you feel if Paul was in MCU Spider-Man 4? How? I would cry. I'm crying thinking about it. Speaking of Venom, I can see them using Tom Hardy's Venom to fight Tom Spider-Man. I mean, I think they've teased it. MCU Spider-Man 5 can have the multiverse with Venom, Hive Mind, and bring in Eddie. That would be insane. That would be absolutely insane. Hi, I am Paul. I can do the job. I pick Olivia Cooke as MCU MJ. MJ is already in the MCU. I really want a Fisk versus Norman/Roderick in the MCU at some time. Peter backs Fisk and trashes Norman publicly, which destroys Norman's image, which leads to Ultimate Goblin. You know what? That's really, really interesting, actually. I really like the idea of there being 2 political parties that go at each other. Where, like, let's say if it's a race to become the mayor of New York City, I like it being like Fisk versus Norman, right? And I would be okay if that was the case in MCU Spider-Man 4. Like, if I don't want to see Norman in the MCU. I really don't, because I think we've seen enough Norman Osborn. But if we do see Norman Osborn, I think it'd be cool to see a Wilson Fisk versus Norman Osborn mayor race. That would be interesting. Why is no one talking about the great Sony Xperia smartphones from Spider movies? It's Fisk versus Norman for New York's mayor. Yeah, exactly. That'd be cool. What about Tombstone instead of Kingpin? Well, Tombstone's cool. Tombstone, I think, is a good character, especially in the recent comics. For those of you who have read the Zeb Wells comics, I know obviously they're not very popular, but I thought the Zeb Wells comics had a really good start. Like, I thought the Tombstone story that they did, I didn't like any of the Norman stuff, but the thing they did with Tombstone was really cool. I liked the Tombstone stuff. I wish they did more of that. Finally, talk about Spider-Man 4. I will definitely want them to use Black Cat for MCU, though. Please, Sony. There is rumors that Black Cat is in it. If Paul is in is MCU Spider-Man 4 as a Scooby-Doo type character, Hammerhead or Silvermane, Hammerhead for me. You know, big forehead and stuff. Got to represent. Robert Downey Jr. should play Paul in MCU Spider-Man 4. So not only does he ruin the people that like Uncle Ben, everyone that says that Iron Man ruined MCU Spider-Man because it's not Uncle Ben, then he comes in and ruins MJ and Peter because he's Paul. Love it. Prediction: Fisk will become MCU's Joe Fix-It Hulk. He can obtain the Hulk serum easily from Thunderbolt Ross. We'll have to see what happens with him. I think there should be multiplayer Marvel Spider-Man 2 because my dad wants to play it. Now, this is the thing with Marvel Spider-Man 2 and multiplayer. I do believe there will be, but I don't know. I don't actually know. There might be. I think maybe either there is in Marvel Spider-Man 2 or there'll be a separate... Oh, no, there probably wouldn't be. I don't know. There could be. If there is, it makes sense because there's Miles and Peter, right? Paul is a good choice for the movies in this case, actually. I mean, if you want to create a love triangle between MJ, Peter, and someone else, if you're doing it on Peter's side, then you go with Gwen, or you go with Gwen, or you introduce Gwen, or you introduce someone like Carly Cooper potentially, or you introduce. You've done Betty Brant, you've done Liz Allen, you can't have them. I guess it has to be Carly Cooper, right? Or you do Black Cat, right? So those are the characters you do for a love triangle with Peter. Whether it's on the MJ side of things, Paul is the character. Unironically, Paul could be a great character for a love triangle on the MJ side of things. And I think in like a John Jameson role from Spider-Man 2, I think Paul is perfect for that. If Paul was a character, right? If Paul was a character before Spider-Man 2 came out, I guarantee you Paul is the one in Spider-Man 2. Just saying. Deborah Whitman. Yeah, they could do Deborah Whitman as well. No, do not can the Paul as the Paul. Cast me as Paul. Fair enough. Cast Anakin Skywalker as Paul. Spider-Man versus the Enforcers makes sense. That would be cool. I'd love that. Imagine, right? Obviously, I know Scorpion isn't a part of the Enforcers. But imagine if they adapt the Enforcers and Wilson Fisk is, he sends out the Enforcers and it's Scorpion, Shocker comes back, and then maybe it's someone else, maybe one of the original Enforcers. What were they called? Ox and... Who's the fast guy? Ox, who's the other guy? Guys, remind me, I've totally forgot. Timothy Chalamet is Paul. That's perfect! If you ain't going to have him as Harry Osborn, have him as Paul! God damn it. Paul needs to be in MCU. Right. I'm doing a poll. Oh, hi, Holly. Bubs. Sorry, I called you Holly. If you guys don't know, I don't call Holly actually Holly. I call her... You guys get the drill. How do I do a poll? I did this last time, didn't I? How do I do it? Do you guys know? How do I do it? How do I do a poll, guys? I want to know how to do a poll. How do I do one? I can't do one. Oh, well, I found it. Oh, no, I haven't. Don't matter. I can't find out how to do a poll. What is your least anticipated project of Phase 5? All of them. I don't even know the lineup of Phase 5 anymore. I don't care. I don't care enough. It's not good. It's really not good at all. I can't be bothered with the MCU. After Quantumania, it's not good. Lewis, come on, Cap 4. Oh, yeah, no, I am excited for Cap 4. I am, because Falcon and the Winter Soldier was good. Thanks for reminding me, Ravenous Puncher. But I'm not really excited for Marvel. I'm not really excited for any Marvel stuff coming up. Dove Cameron was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agatha. Norman Paulsborn. I love it. You guys are cracking me up tonight. How can I do a poll? How can I do a poll? God damn it. Paul's taken over my life. I can't do one. How do I do one? I did one last time. I figured it out. I don't know how to do it. You know what? Screw it. I don't care. You know what? We're going to do it in the chat anyway. Okay. Thumbs up if you want Paul in MCU Spider-Man 4. Thumbs down if you don't want Paul. Paul is like the new Morbius. I love it. Peter Polka? I love it. To create a poll during the live broadcast, click the create the poll icon on top left. I don't have that because I'm on a mobile, so I don't think I can do it. Lewis, Paul taking up my life. He is. Yes, we need Paul. Thumbs down, Harry Osborn all the way. Oh, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Everyone wants Paul. Yep. Paul. Yes. Paul. Love that. Oh, we love Paul. Willem Dafoe is MCU's Roderick Kingsley. I mean, Willem Dafoe kills any role, right? But I think he needs to stay as just Norman. Plot twist: Paul is Eddie Brock's twin brother. God, you guys hit me with the Pauls. Tasman Universe, Sinister Six, Morbius, Vulture, Rhino, Craven. The comic got... Oh, no, it didn't. Doctor Octopus and Harry Osborn's Green Goblin. That could be interesting. Actually, right, what are you guys... What is your... Paul is Brad? Paul probably is Brad. Paul Intentions, releasing April 28th. Paul Intentions. You know what? If any of you know Ray or Connor on Discord, send them that. Send them that. What are you guys' Sinister Six for the MCU, by the way? Paul is going to be the next Venom. Imagine. What are you guys' predictions for the Sinister Six? It's going to happen, right? Sorry, I'm really ill. I'm not ill. I've got hay fever. The Paul identity. Is there a rap song for True Intentions? There isn't. Sinister Six Paul. Oh, God. Oh, God. Morbius, Wong, and Paul easily $3 billion. Excuse me. The Amazing Paul Man, aka me, because I'm Paul. God damn it. The amount of Pauls that are going on in this chat. Paul. That's the MCU Sinister Six, is it? So we've got Paul, and Paul. So many Pauls. You forgot Ned. The CEO, as you guys would know, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Paul will carry. Paul will literally carry. But anyway, genuine Sinister Six, what are we saying? Lewis, the Revenge of Paul, man. Oh my God. Vulture, Mysterio, Scorpion, Venom, Craven, and Paul, of course. Paul Rudd. No, not Paul Rudd. Don't do Paul Rudd like that. My MCU Sinister Six are Vulture. Vulture, I think. Vulture, Scorpion, Shocker. And then I think 3 villains that will be introduced in the next movies. Because I think Sinister Six will be the 6th movie. So I'm going to say... I'm not going to say Mysterio comes back. I'm going to say Rhino. I'm going to say Venom. No, Venom doesn't. Doc Ock. No, Doc Ock was in No Way Home. I don't know. They've used so many... Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative, Scorpion, Vulture, Shocker. Who else did I say? Rhino. There's one more. We need one more. Paul! There you go. Sinister Six. Perfect. Vulture is in the Sonyverse now. Yeah, but they'll reverse that somehow. Oh, maybe it's Morbius then. Or maybe it's someone from the Sonyverse that comes in. Oh, they have to use at least one No Way Home villain in the MCU. If they do, I reckon it'll probably be Sandman. Right? Sandman, probably. I don't see them using any of the No Way Home villains in the MCU. I think they'll do something different. I definitely think Mr. Negative will be in there, though, at some point. I think that's a shout. Mr. Negative will be in there. Just made it. What's happening? We were talking... Well, it was about 20 minutes ago now, but we were talking about basically the Spider-Man movies that might be announced come Cinemacon tomorrow. Paul's real name is Paul Brock. I don't think that's true. Is Paul's actual name been revealed? The No Way Home villains have been the core of Sinister Six villains, especially Sandman, so yeah. I mean, that's true. You are right. You are right, Ravenous Puncher. You're not wrong. But I do think, especially Doc Ock, right? But I do think that they will create an original Sinister Six. I do think there will be new villains, because I don't see them doing the MCU villains, because it'll create a bunch of plot holes with, well, it won't create plot holes, but I think that Tom Holland Spider-Man would have to address the villains being the same as the ones he's fought before, and I think that could create a little bit of a mess. There could be a Doc Ock who isn't Octavius. That's true, actually. You could do Liz, not Liz. Her name's not Liz. You could do Liv from Across the Spider-Verse and as Doc Ock, which would be cool. Hey Arnold, how are we doing? It's Paul in time. It is Paul in time. That's it. Why is everyone so obsessed with the Ultimate Green Goblin? I think the reason why everyone's obsessed with Ultimate Green Goblin, which, if you guys don't know, is the big monster goblin, is I think it's something different. Now, if Green Goblin is to be in the next MCU Spider-Man trilogy, I do believe that it will have to be the Monster Goblin. And the only reason for that is because, and I think the only reason for that is because I think it's something different, right? I think if you're going to spice it up with Tom Holland, Spider-Man, you don't give him the same thing that he fought in the last movie. Because he fought Goblin as Willem Dafoe in No Way Home with the glider, he's just Green Goblin, right? You need to present a new challenge for him. Imagine Dafoe as the Monster Goblin, absolutely terrifying. Yeah, it would be terrifying. I think they might call Spider-Man 4 Spectacular Spider-Man or some other adjective. That would be cool. I still want comic-accurate costume of Green Goblin. Yeah, I do as well. Now we need Spider-Man versus the Wall. The Wall's a good shout. Maybe we do that in the Sinister Six. Who knows? Yes. No Way Home barely touched Sandman and Lizard. They won't need any explanation at all. Maybe, yeah, those are the ones that I'm more inclined to give a chance to in the next MCU Spider-Man trilogy. I still don't think we should use them, but because I think there are other villains that you could explore and do interesting stories with, like Mist Negative. I think he's a good one. But if we are to use No Way Home villains, I think Sandman for me personally. I think Lizard is a bit samey. I think Lizard is a bit samey. Like, I think you do the same story with Lizard every time. There's nothing new there. Sandman you can do different stuff with. I think he's more of an open book. Plus, I love the story with Sandman about how he kind of reforms himself as a villain. I especially love that one Spectacular Spider-Man episode where he ends up playing with that kid on the beach and building her a big sandcastle because she got bullied. I think that's really cool. Lizard was wasted in No Way Home. He was. Sandman and Rhino for MCU Spider-Man 5. Next trilogy villains: Kingpin, Scorpion, Mist Negative, Rhino, comic accurate, Venom, Kraven, maybe. Kraven could be cool. I would have said Kraven would have been my number one for the next trilogy. I think Kraven works so well with the way that this character is gone, the direction that Spider-Man has gone since No Way Home. I think the place in which the character is at the end of No Way Home works so well with Kraven, and he would be my number one, personally. I think a story with Kraven's Last Hunt, would be perfect for MCU Spider-Man 4. However, since the Kraven movie is happening, I don't know if they could make it work with Aaron Taylor-Johnson. Maybe it's the same Kraven, but I don't think we're going to get any of the Sony villains in MCU Spider-Man 4. That's just my opinion. I don't think so. I think it's too convoluted. Unless they're completely different. Sandman fits perfectly in crime-themed MCU. He can be Kingpin's personal bodyguard. Yeah, I mean, I personally think that Kingpin will send out people in MCU Spider-Man 4, maybe even 5 if the street-level story continues further, like Scorpion, maybe even Sandman. Let's cast the Paul cinematic universe. What, Paul? Let me guess. Well, I guess you heard of Mr. Part's take on Spider-Man 4 and 5. I haven't yet. I haven't watched those videos. That's Sam Raimi's one, right? Not the actual MCU one that's coming out. MCU MJ can be like a looming presence in Peter's mind through MCU Spider-Man 4. As a factor of his guilt, then teaser return to Spider-Man 5. She's back with red hair. That's exactly how I would do it. Exactly, right? Right, Dave? That's exactly how I would do it. Exactly. Rhino was in Devil's Reign, so it's likely. Cast me as the Paul. Literally the best option. Lewis, draw Paul on your forehead. How can I draw Paul? Could I draw the letters? P-A-U-L. Paul. There you go. Paul. Paul drawn. You probably meant draw his actual face. Peter should be Patrick Bateman on Paul. Oh, God. Yes. But anyway, I think I'm going to end the stream here. It's a little bit of a short stream, but for those of you who are the members, you will be getting a video tomorrow, which is about the Sonyverse Spider-Man, which will be cool. So if you are a member, make sure to look out for that. It is an early access video. Will be coming out Wednesday. If you want to become a member, make sure to hit the join button on the channel page, just for 99 cents a month. Not 99 cents, 99 pence a month. 99 pence, not even a full pound. You could get exclusive access to every single video that we post on the channel. So yeah. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.